137 मा 8 विकेट नेपालका। कति रनसम्म हान्ला त नेपालले? एक 141 मा 8 200 रनसम्म हाने पनि ठिक्क हुन्छ। ओभरको समाप्ति 142 मा 8 विकेट छ। आरिफ शेखको 19 रन 42 बलमा, करण केसीको 6 बलमा 1 रन। नेपाल कति रनसम्म स्कोर होला? कसैलाई के प्रेडिक्ट गर्नु छ भने कमेन्ट गर्नु होला। प्रेडिक्ट र च्यानललाई पनि सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु होला। करण केसीले पार्टनरसिप दिनुपर्ने छ आरिफ शेखलाई। यस्तै गरेर बिस्तारै खेलेर 50 ओभरपट्टि खेलेर लगभग 170 180सम्म रन हान्यो भने धेरै राम्रो हुन्छ नेपाललाई। स्मार्ट च्यानल सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु होला। Nice going. अझै 5 ओभर मजाले टिकेर खेल्दै हुन्छ। 2 विकेट बाँकी चाहिँ र यो हारिसक्यो। करण केसी बाँकी छ। करण केसीले पावर हिट त हान्न सक्नु त सब्सक्राइब द च्यानल प्लिज। Subscribe the channel, please. Guys, subscribe the channel. लाइभ बस्न सकिँदैन, स्कोर बोर्ड चाहिँ देखाउन सक्छु र सब्सक्राइब गरिदिनु होला धेरैभन्दा धेरै अनलाइन गेम देखाउनको लागि।
Side, long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. Apart from the 45 on the leg side behind the stumps, there are no fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the leg side. 3 fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the offside. Backward point, short extra and mid off.
Yes, Karan Kesile छक्का हानेको छ।
It's the signature KC shot.
यसरी बिस्तारै 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 एक एक रन गर्दै खेल्दै मजाले छक्का छक्का पनि यसो एक दुईवटा 18 रन 22 बलमा राम्रो गेम खेलेको छ यार Karan Kesile। Subscribe the channel guys, please.
Very good pickup shot by Karan Kesile. His copyright shot, that is. Pressure on 20-year-old Levitt. Can KC get another? He's going to try to. How much of this has he got? Oh, it's gone miles!
Back-to-back 6.
All the way over the VIP 10. Back-to-back maximums. Nepal surge into life. They surge back into this contest thanks to that man, Karan KC. Yes, length ball bowled by Michael Levitt, the 20-year-old, coming into ball.
ब्याट्सम्यानले नगरे पनि बलरले चाहिँ जे होस् मजाले 6 हान्छ।
Crowd coming into life yet again. All of a sudden there's just some life, there's just some hope. They've gone past their highest total of the series, the 168 they posted against Namibia. They very nearly defended that, remember. This was always the gamble with trying to piece together 10 overs between 3 part-timers. Levitt had done so well up to this point, going for just 15 in 5. But Edwards held him back all the way to the third last. And KC has cashed in. It's the biggest over the innings, 14 from it. 1 ball remains. Now I think he'll want 2. He should get it comfortably. That's great batting. Well, listen to that roar just for a couple. Brings the crowd to life, does Karan KC. He moves to 26. It's 171 for 8. Take one no majastay. Reliability, sahi connection.
171 for 8. 48 over. Finish. Nice batting by Karan KC. Back to back 6.
विश्वास गर्नुहोस् र डिशोन 500 नै रोज्नुहोस्. डिशोन 500.
Namaskar.
Subscribe the channel, please.
Ramis DHI, Sricha Pradhan, wishing you all a happier home.
The 5 ball, Asli energy, Randall, Asli Nerosun. In gold, not just the 36 runs, but the acceleration it's finally provided. And who is it? That man again, Karan KC with 26 on 24. It's found a bit of a foil, and Arif Sheikh will have the strike. With the last 2 almost certain to be bowled by Vivian Kigma and Baz Taleda.
Kigma is the bowler.
Maybe there won't be. Look at the little gentle floated leg cutting slower ball. Clever skills from Kigma. That was very well disguised by Kigma. Arif Sheikh was very much disguised by the slowness of the ball. Gentle leg cutter by Kigma. A dot ball, the first ball of the penultimate over. Sheikh has to find a way to get KC on strike. He's done his job. He stayed there. He hasn't scored quickly. Nobody barring KC and Bertel have. Get the single. Get KC on strike. See what he can do from number 10. Instead, he's hit that slower ball straight to O'Dowd, who's taken the most brilliant catch under real pressure.
That
was hammered as hard as Sheikh could hit it at him, and Kigma Gets great reward. His back-to-back 3-wicket hauls now.
Yes, another slower ball, hit it very hard. Very smart catch taken by Max O'Dowd at short extra cover. The idea was right by Arif Sheikh coming down the track. He was looking for a slower ball. It's 171 for 9. Arif Sheikh playing a handy knock.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी असली निरोधक रेड बुल क्वालिटीमा बेस्ट रोजाइमा पहिलो एकमात्र ओरिजिनल सबैभन्दा जोसिलो तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली निरोधक
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है डिश होम फाइबर नेट भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ म जस्तै
डिश होम फाइबर नेट
Lalit Rajbanshi, the last man down at number 11. He's yet to score a run in the series, and it's always a problem when you're 8 down and you've got a real tail ender at the crease. Just were talking about Sheikh needing to get the single. Instead of doing that, he's tried to smash one for 4, but Max O'Dowd, what a catch. Well, they've been really good in the field today, the Dutch. He's hit that as well as he could, and O'Dowd holds on maybe just 8 or 10 inches off the ground. Here's Rajbanshi's first ball. Gets into line and we'll get a cheer. Problem here is, unless he gets a single now from this ball, it might just bank on Rajbanshi to try and survive and give KC the final 6 deliveries. Momentum stifled again.
Actually, Rajbanshi's technique is not bad. It's more or less like the night watchman from India, Kuldeep Yadav. He doesn't give his wicket away. He just stays there in the crease.
Get a single, but he's not going to get it yet. And now I think KC will say, just block these 2, give me the last 6, and we will not be running a single. It will be 2s, 4s or 6s that KC will look for in the final over if Rajbanshi can get him there.
Yes, that is what current KC is telling Lalit Rajbanshi, just see off the 2 balls remaining in this over and let me take a hit in the last over. It's going to be Basta later, who's probably going to bowl the last over.
Just as we thought about that 180 that you were talking about, maybe some dreams of 190, they seem to be extinguished again. That will help. That will get a cheer from the crowd. Kingmo's probably looking for the leg stump. Still means Rajbanshi has 2 more to survive.
Yes, Lalit trying to expose the leg stump, coming across the stumps. This was the ball before the last delivery that was given as wide.
Just receiving word from one of our cricket club stats team that Nepal have had over 200 dot balls in this innings. That is why, as Rajbanshi does survive with 1 more to come, they're in the position they're in. Even if they do survive these 7 balls and for the first time bat their overs, probably not going to get to 200. 200 dot balls in the innings, Paresh.
That's a lot of dot balls in ODIs. 50 over game. In 300 deliveries, 200 dot balls. It's more than 60%.
Neither of us are saying it's easy out there. It's not. Difficult batting conditions, but that's still much more than you would have liked, as Kingma just double checks that there's 4 men in the circle. Gets back to his mark. Are they under any time pressure here? It seems to be a few hurried looks. Could be a fielding rate penalty. We'll keep an eye on that after this ball. As Rajbanshi will leave the little leg cutter alone. A surreal end to Kingma's spell. Well, it's been a brilliant one again. The spectacle, quick, one of my favourite anywhere in the world. He gets a 2nd consecutive back-to-back 3-wicket haul. 3 for 39 for him. It's 172 for 9.
Namaskar, Mom, Miss Nepal र Miss DHI Sricha Pradhan wishing you all a happier home.
छुट्टै छ है 32 जडीबुटी युक्त कपाल झर्न नदिने नयाँ कपाल पार्ने श्रीकेश जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ओइल
जम्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा।
final. What can KC do? He's going to turn down the single. He'll only run it if he knows he can get two. Can't see Deleda going with anything full here to KC. They'll know he's strong down the ground.
Yes, again bowling the back of the length delivery by Deleda. Karan Casey trying to hit that over mid-wicket, but getting the inner part of the bat down to mid-wicket at the boundary line denies the single.
Will be good enough from Deleda. Just had to check with the umpire at square leg. It was a slower ball bouncer bowled into the surface, didn't go over the head. Back-to-back dots. Deleda and Kingma doing a job in the last two here.
Yes, very smart bowling by Deleda, very experienced campaigner. Off cutter, hit into the deck very hard.
Very clever. Doesn't look great, but very effective. KC hits it to long on, who's going to hold on. Didn't get it out of the middle, and Deleda and the Dutch have the last laugh. And again, another side, the sixth consecutive one, has been bowled all out inside their 50 over allocation. This time Nepal took it all the way to the final over, but despite some KC heroics in the 48th, they've been bowled out again, and I'm not sure that they have enough on the board.
Well, I don't think 172 is enough on the board. Very smart catch taken in the deep. Karan Casey trying to go over long on for a six, but didn't get full toll of it. Engelbreth, the catch taker in the deep. Nepal bundled out for 172 in the 50th over.
Yeah, and credit to Karan Casey. I'm pretty sure he's the second top scorer in the innings, all the way down at number 10. Those runs will give Nepal a sniff. I don't think it's much more than a sniff, Paresh. But they are in the game, they're in the contest. They've posted a total, and we've seen run scoring prove very difficult for the Dutch throughout the tournament. They couldn't chase 204 2 days ago against Namibia. Can they chase the 173 they'll need to make it a second win in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2? Let's take a look at some of the best of the first innings. I think a lot of this is really going to be all about that man Kushal Bertel, who batted with much more fluency than almost everyone else who came to the crease for Nepal. And he found 8 boundaries in his innings. Asif Sheikh looked pretty good with 3 in his knock of 17, including that flick for 6. Once he was dismissed a short while later after that lovely punch down the ground. Anil Sah somewhat flattered to deceive, didn't he, with the maximum you'll see in a moment after a couple of flourishes from Bertel. That was maybe the shot of the day, overpitched by Vikramjit Singh, who was expensive in his 2 overs, going for 19. That was the 6 from Sah. But after this, you're really just going to see a bit of Bertel and maybe one flash of Sheikh and something from Karan KC.
Yes, it's all started well for Nepal with the openers Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bertel getting an opening stand of 42 runs in 8 overs. Asif Sheikh and Bertel played beautifully all along the ground, especially 8 boundaries hit by Kushal Bertel. He played swept very well as well against Rule of Adam Merva. This was one of the shots that he played over the top, getting that edge, Arif Sheikh down to third man. This was very well played by Karan Casey under the nose of the keeper Scott Edwards, and the 2 maximums hit by Karan Casey back to back against Michael Levitt. Nepal managed just 172 on the board. Batting card, Kushal Bertel top scored with 66 and 22 for Arif Sheikh and Karan Casey 26. Apart from that, none of the batters went to 20 runs.
202 dot balls, would you believe, Paresh Lahani? Can't remember many games here at the TU with more than 150, and Nepal have had 202 dots in that innings, and as a consequence, the exception of Bertel and
Karen Casey, who scored with some fluency. Everyone else battled with strike rates in the 60s, 20s, 40s even. And it means that 172 is what Nepal are left with. Take a look at the 10 wickets to fall. It all started with one that Asif Sheikh is going to be so disappointed with. It came from nowhere. It was 42 for none at the time. Then a lack of foot movement for Anil Shah proved his downfall. And then one that was maybe just a little high, but certainly straight enough, and trapped Kushal Malla. That was a game-changing moment, the dismissal of Rohit Paudel.
Yeah, not a length to slog swing the ball, Kushal Patel, and this was very unfortunate for Dipinder Singh Airi. Bastaleda had no clue that there was a run out, and this was another haywire shot played by Bhim Sharkey. This was another soft dismissal of Kushal Patel, who was going so well on 66. Then Gulshan Shah.
You can just see almost every dismissal is a lack of pace. It's a lack of ability to get the rhythm and the timing that you would like. So many caught in the circle, and then Karen KC, the only one caught out right on the edge of the ring, means that the Dutch bowling figures are highlighted by 3 wicket hauls from Arjan Dutt and Vivian Kingma. Both were outstanding for me. Roelof van der Merwe, pretty good too. Deleda, well, he bowled 10 of the last 23, I think, in the end, and ended with fantastic figures of 2 for 29 himself. The ICC's Player of the Year for 2023 for a reason. Really good performance by the Dutch, but they still have work to do. They'll need 173 to win. Stay with us and come back and join us in about 25 minutes' time to find out can they do it.
Title sponsor
डिश होम फाइबर नेट भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ म जस्तै
Dish Home Fiber Net. Powered by
DHI Happier Home छुट्टै छ है
Energized by Asli Energy Rackle Asli Nerozo. Connected by Ansel. Co-sponsor NS चिन्ह प्राप्त शुद्ध तोरीको तेल धारा मुठ चाहिन्छ. Hair care partner 32 जडीबुटी युक्त कपाल झर्न नदिने नयाँ कपाल पार्ने स्वीकी जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर oil. Celebration partner KFC chicken roll. Upper budget but craving satisfied. Supported by Bank, the reason for your success. Food delivery partner for Food Mandu. Exclusive rights and marketing. AD release. Broadcast partner Action Sports SD and DSOM Go app.
डिसोम फाइबर नेट मार्फत म मेरा प्रियजनहरूसँग सम्पर्कमा रहिरहन सक्छु. डिसोम फाइबर नेट एउटा गतिशील मात्र नभएर उत्तिकै विश्वासिलो पनि छ. जित मेरो लागि मैदानमा मात्र होइन बाहिर पनि हुनुपर्छ. परिवार, साथीभाइ र फ्यानहरूको मन जित्नको लागि डिसोम फाइबर नेटको सही कनेक्सनले सजिलो बनाइदिएको छ.
Dish Home Fiber Net. तपाईँको असली एनर्जी असली नेरोज रेड बुल क्वालिटीमा बेस्ट रोजाइमा पहिलो एकमात्र ओरिजिनल सबैभन्दा जोसिलो तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नेरोज.
सक्कली तोरीको तेलमा सधैँ राग आउँछ र त्यो राग शुद्ध धारा तोरीको तेलमा सधैँ रहिरहन्छ. याद राख्नुहोस्, सबै तेल धारा तोरीको तेल जस्तो शुद्ध चाहिँ नहुन सक्छ.
NS चिन्ह प्राप्त शुद्ध तोरीको तेल धारा
मुठ चाहिन्छ.
स्वीकी जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर oil 32 जडीबुटी युक्त कपाल झर्न नदिने नयाँ कपाल पार्ने कपाल कालो बनाउने सफलसँग आइदिने कपाल पुरानो मानिसहरू. Budget tight and cravings on Satisfied? Worry not. Introducing the new KFC chicken roll, starting at $2.49. The new KFC chicken roll, up a budget by craving satisfied. Double Majja Pack. पाउनुहोस् डबल डाटा भ्यालिडिटी नसकिँदै गरेको हरेक खरिदमा मात्र रु 150 देखि सुरु। जम्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा।
बच्चियों को देखा तो भाई अब ब्लेड ना निकालिकन भाइ केटा हो ब्लेड निकाल
कुन निकाल्नु तातो कि काँचो
तातो के काँचो रे हैन कस्तो खालको बुलेट हो यो सुन सुन
एक्सक्युज मी सर यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर काँचो
बुलेट
अब
यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट छ बुलेट जस्तै छ
Subscribe the channel. Subscribe the channel, guys.
We have become the Bank of the Year 2023. Today, your trust has become the reason for our success. So let us be the reason behind yours. Prabhu Bank, the reason for your success. Cricket ma, the most important thing is focus. If you lose focus, game over. But then focus needs fuel. Fuel arthat food. Yo pani time ma. With added responsibility and lot of work on my shoulders. Khana to सोच्नै भ्याइदैन. That's when Foodmandu's helped me पहिला र अहिले त छनै धेरै. For food, Foodmandu.
बच्चियों को देखा तो भाइ अब ब्लेड ना निकालिकन भाइ केटा हो ब्लेड निकाल
कुन निकाल्नु तातो कि काँचो
तातो के काँचो रे हैन कस्तो खालको बुलेट हो यो सुन सुन
एक्सक्युज मी सर यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर काँचो
बुलेट
अब
यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट छ बुलेट जस्तै छ
टिकिरहने क्वालिटी लिकेज प्रुफको ग्यारेन्टी थाहा नभएको कुरामा पो सोध्ने नि कम्मर पाइप्स र फिटिङको कुरामा त आँखा चिम्लेर रोज्ने नि किनकि कम्मर पाइप्स र फिटिङ टिकिरहन्छ चलिरहन्छ
हरेक निर्माणको धड्कन युनाइटेड सिमेन्ट्स
एक्सक्युज मी सर यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर काँचो
बुलेट
अब
यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस्
Subscribe the channel, guys. Subscribe गरिदिनु होला. अझै 500 सम्म सब्सक्राइबर पुऱ्याइदिनु प्लिज प्लिज प्लिज.
This broadcast is presented by Rishom FiberNet.
होइन कस्तो खालको बुलेट हो गुरु यो सोध्छु
एक्सक्युज मी सर यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर काँचो
बुलेट अब यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट जस्तै छ
मलाई हर पल सम्हालेर मेरो सफलता सबै त्याग्ने दिन मेरो जीवन सङ्गी जीवनको हरेक उतार चढावमा उत्साह र आत्मविश्वासको ऊर्जा भर्ने अब तिम्रो खुसी र आत्मविश्वासको लागि यो मायाको उपहार
हरेक सम्बन्धलाई मजबुत बनाउँदै आफ्नो प्रियजनमा खुसी र आफ्ना कामना सेवाको
Welcome to the third ODI between Nepal and Canada. This is the beautiful trophy they're playing for. Nepal already have ensured that this trophy will remain in Kathmandu. This is the batting squad of Canada. Kushal Bhundel now comes back in after missing that second match. He was rested. Nepal winning the toss and electing to field first. And Aaron Johnson would like to repeat what he has done in the second ODI.
Good to see Hemant Dhami starting.
Here we go, the first delivery of the third ODI. First ball for Hemant will be called a wide.
So inspiring. So much of experience in his back. That's nicely played.
पहिलो बल
Front of point.
चौका
No one moved there.
क्यानाडा वर्सेस उसको देखेर है subscribe the channel guys. Subscribe the channel guys, subscribe the channel. पिलम्पाल गरेर मजाले 500 सम्म सब्स्क्राइबर पुऱ्याइदिनु होला त पिलम्पाल गाइस कम अन subscribe the channel please. कसैले सब्स्क्राइब गरेन कम अन सब्स्क्राइब गरिदिनु होला 0000000 Subscribe the channel, come on boys, come on girls, come on guys. पिलम्पाल गरौँ त सब्स्क्राइब गरेर 500 सम्म सब्स्क्राइब पुऱ्याइदिनु होला प्लिज. Support this channel. Come on guys. अहिले नेपाल भर्सेस नेदरल्यान्डको गेममा नेपालले 172 रनमा 10 विकेट गुमाएको छ. जुन चाहिँ 49.3 ओभरमा। अब नेदरल्यान्डको ब्याटिङ लगभग 20 मिनट जति बाँकी छ अझै पनि चाहिँ ब्रेक भइरहेको छ। जुन चाहिँ स्कोर बोर्ड हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईँहरूले, कुशल पोर्तेल 66 रन, 93 बलमा 8वटा चौका, आसिफ साइकले 17 रन 27 बलमा 2 चौका 1 छक्का, अनिल कुमार शाह 7 रन 11 बलमा 1 छक्का, कुशल मल्ल 2 रन 9 बलमा, रोहित पौडेल 16 रन 40 बल 2 चौका, दिपेन्द्र सिंह ऐरी 1 रन 11 बल, भीम सार्की बोल्ड 8 बलमा 0 रन, आरिफ शेख 22 50 बलमा 1 चौका, गुलचन्द झा 5 रन 17 बलमा, करण केसी 26 27, करण केसीले गर्दाखेरि रन बढेको मजाले अहिलेसम्म 2 चौका, पेलम पाल गरेर 2 चौका हानेको छ उहाँले। ललित राजवंशी 0 रन 4 बलमा नट आउट। Come on, guys, subscribe the channel. Subscribe the channel. Subscribe the channel. Subscribe the channel. Come on, guys, subscribe the channel. मजाले 500 सम्म पुऱ्याउँदै आज सब्सक्राइब बढाइदिनु होला 500 सम्म पुऱ्याउँदा साथीभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरू। Subscribe the channel. Subscribe गरिदिनु होला च्यानललाई गाइस। मजाले सब्सक्राइब गरेर 500 सम्म सब्सक्राइबर बनाइदिनु होला आज नै। Come on, guys, subscribe the channel. अहिलेसम्म ब्रेक चलिरहेको चाहिँ के लाग्छ तपाईँहरूलाई? आज नेपालले जित्ला त नेदरल्यान्डलाई र कति रनले जित्ला? कसैले सब्सक्राइब गरेको छैन, सब्सक्राइब द च्यानल प्लिज।
अब ब्रेक ननिकालिकन भएन। गेट आउट, ब्रेक निकाल।
कुन निकाल्नु? तातो कि काँचो?
तातो कि काँचो रे? होइन, कस्तो खालको बुलेट हो यो?
Excuse me, sir. यो तातो बुलेट त
यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट जस्तै छ
कमेन्ट गर्नु होला
the bank of
को
the
पनि
year 2023
कसले जित्छ भने आज
your
नेपाली
trust
जित्ला
has
त
become
निकाल्नु नि
the reason for our success so let us be the reason behind yours Prabhu Bank the reason for your success
गाइस सब्सक्राइब द च्यानल कमन गाइस 5 जना हेर्नु छ 3 जना हेर्नु छ मेरो जम्मा 13 जना हेरेको छैन कमन गाइस सब्सक्राइब गर्नु होला फटाफट कमन गाइस सब्सक्राइब द च्यानल सपोर्ट गर्नु होला धेरैभन्दा धेरै सब्सक्राइब गरेर ललितले सुरुमा बलिङ गर्न थालेछ ओपनरबाट ललित राजबाट सुरु गर्न थालेछ
And it's going to be maxed out. And Michael Levitt to open the innings for Netherlands. They lost the game against Namibia the day before when the target was 204 runs in 45 overs, losing the game by 23 runs. This is a good ploy by Roy Powder, the captain of Nepal, to bring in the left arm spinner, straight away attacking. Max O'Dowd and Michael Levitt, the two openers for Netherlands. just tuned in, Nepal lost the toss and were put to back first by Netherlands. They only managed 172 runs in the 50th over. Premier spinner in absence of Sandeep Lamichhane, Lalith Rajbangshi has taken 5 wickets in 3 matches that he's played so far in this series with economy rate of 4.12. And it's going to be Max O'Dowd to face Lalith Rajbangshi. In the first innings, armor to start off with by Lalith. We don't often see that from Rohit Potter in the midfield. The first runs on the board for Netherlands. The first ball that Lalith bowled was an arm ball. Nicely played by Max O'Dowd. It's going to be Levitt on strike. Getting that inside edge. And I would like to welcome Andrew Leonard here in the Combos. Good afternoon, Lenny.
Well, I hope I don't sound out of breath, but I am a little because I've had to just scamper across from the media box. Lots of fans, very nervous, very much wondering if Nepal can defend this total. Immediately, there's some signs from Rajbangshi that this isn't going to be easy. Ground staff have done a great job at the halfway stage, tidying things up, making it look a bit better, but it is going to turn. It's not going to have pace in it. It's not necessarily going to be easy to score. These first 10 overs, I cannot overstate how important they are.
Yes, we were talking off air in the first power play, the 10 overs. If Nepal can get at least 2 or 3 wickets, it's game on.
And a little bit like the Dutch kind of made up some overs from the variety of options for their 5th bowler, you would suspect that some of the primary bowlers, Dipender Singh Ari, Lalith Rajbangshi, Karen KC are going to be very important, those 30 overs, if they do bowl their allocations. It's a really good probing over from Rajbangshi. Levitt survives, but not by much. It's 1 for none.
टेक्वान्डोमा जस्तै रिलायबिलिटी र सही कनेक्सन इन्टरनेटमा हुन जरुरी छ। त्यसैले त मैले डिसोम फाइबर नेट जोडेको छु। तपाई पनि आफुलाई विश्वास गर्नुहोस् र डिसोम फाइबर नेट नै रोज्नुहोस्। डिसोम फाइबर नेट।
Namaskar, Mom, Miss Nepal.
Subscribe the channel, guys. Subscribe the channel.
Wishing you all a happier home.
Against Namibia, taken a tumbling catch in that game. Got the
Karan
momentum
KC आए bowling में.
back into the side for Nepal, hitting back-to-back sixes.
Yeah, just wonder, can he kind of use that momentum, that confidence he'll have from that good batting effort to find some early inroads with the ball. Hasn't taken many wickets of late, none in the series. Not many in the PM Cup either for the Police Club, just 5 across all of his appearances there. So maybe just a tiny bit out of rhythm, a tiny bit out of form with the ball. But he'll be full of confidence after that batting effort. And yeah, I fully agree. Nepal could find 3 in the first 10. Well, the mental game, the mental challenge, it's going to be huge. Engelbrecht at 3, delayed at 4, very good operators too. But Max O'Dowd alongside those 2 names, maybe Vikramjit Singh. They'll be the key ones in this chase. Remember, Netherlands have gone with an extra batter today.
Yeah, if Nepal can get 3 wickets in the first 10 overs and the 12th man of Nepal team will come into play. The spectators, the crowd, the Nepal supporters, they've stayed there in numbers. Even it's not a holiday today, a working day here in Kathmandu Valley.
If we do hear wickets, we'll hear big jolt. So that one is going to be the first boundary. A lovely shot from one of the class acts of the Dutch batting lineup. Just press forward onto the front foot and then rock back, and it's a back foot drive for 4 of the highest quality.
Yes, back foot drive into the vacant area on the offside. Anil's shot, tumbling effort there, but went in vain into the gap. Ball rolling towards the carpet.
The other thing that will be very important in these first 10, Paresh, is the number of runs that the Netherlands can accumulate, because it's probably, in all reality, going to be the best time to bat, despite the 2 new balls, just with that little bit of firmness to both balls. This time beats the outside edge, but there you can see there's no carry, there's no pace in the wicket of any kind. So if you are going to score runs, you've got to score them in the first 10. I just wonder if approaching this chase with the power of Levitt, even though he's early in his international career, the class of O'Dowd, I wonder should they just go at Nepal, particularly the medium fast bowlers, in the first 10. They get 50 or 60 in the first 10, they'll feel like the rest will come much easier. If they're 30 for 1 after 10, the target still feels a long way away. So maybe take some risk in these first 10 overs. Mix up, direct hit would have been interesting. Arif Sheikh with the fumble and then the piece of fielding. O'Dowd and Levitt getting confused at the call in between the wickets.
Yes, just a fumble there by Arif Sheikh. Levitt wanted to get onto the strike, but sent back by Max O'Dowd. It would have been out if that was a direct hit, but the throw was a bit away from the stumps.
A switch in the position, because Dipender Singh Ari says, I want to be there. I think that's where I could get a run-out chance. Shuffle down the wicket, a yes and then a no. 4 runs come from Casey's first. It's 5 for none.
Namaskar. Mom, Miss Nepal, Ramesh DHI, Sricha Pradhan, wishing you all a happier home.
जडीबुटी युक्त कपाल झर्न नदिने नयाँ कपाल उमार्ने श्रीकी जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर ओइल जम्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा। UKFC chicken roll अब बजेटमा craving satisfied।
Rajbanshi to bowl his second. Today, Rajbanshi's bowling from the pavilion end. Probably said it 8 or 9 times in the last broadcast. I couldn't understand why he was used from the Chobar end in the defence of that 168 against Namibia. Mix up again, but they will get home. There's a little bit of nervousness out there for the 2 Dutch openers as well, as Levitt does enough to get off the mark.
This is what happened the first game there. These 2 teams played. Max O'Dowd was run out. A bit of a stumble there. Trying to give himself room, Max O'Dowd. Very clever, Rajbanshi. Bowled that a bit slow through the air.
I think O'Dowd is going to attack Rajbanshi just like Namibia did a couple of days ago. It's risk-reward. He could pay the price. He could be the first wicket to fall. It could also be the easiest time to score runs. There should be a second here, because he's going to his weaker side, unable to get to the ground and keep it to 1. So KC had to do the fielding. Really liked Engelbrecht, Deleda and O'Dowd's positive intent, even if it hasn't quite had the results that they would have liked thus far.
Yes, good to see that both these openers of Netherlands, they have come out with positive intent. Flight delivery. Michael Levitt yet to open his account, whereas Max O'Dowd has already hit a boundary off the back foot of Karan Casey in the second over.
And again, if you're sizing up the strengths of the opposition for the Netherlands, if you're looking at the Nepal bowling attack, you're probably thinking about the biggest threat in terms of wicket-taking ability being this man here, Lalit Rajbanshi. It's the arm ball again, it's the under edge that keeps O'Dowd's wicket intact. 3 come from that over, 8 for none.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
सक्कली तोरीको तेलमा सधैँ राग आउँछ र त्यो राग शुद्ध धारा तोरीको तेलमा सधैँ रहिरहन्छ। याद राख्नुहोस्, सबै तेल धारा तोरीको तेल जस्तो शुद्ध चाहिँ नहुन सक्छ।
एनएस चिन्ह प्राप्त शुद्ध तोरीको तेल धारा
मुटु चाहिन्छ।
Michael Levitt actually yet to get off the mark because it was adjudicated as leg byes. So he's yet to get off the mark. There is a few signs of that inconsistent bounce that we've already seen throughout the series.
Yes, very well bounced. The ball staying a touch low, sometimes getting a grip and turning. And we could see that in the first innings by Aryan Dutt, the ball bouncing. Bowled very well Aryan Dutt in this series.
Good length from Casey, particularly with Levitt just coming down the track. You've seen a few signs that O'Dowd and Levitt have been told to try and score in this power play, not survive.
I think the team management of the Netherlands have strictly said to Levitt and Max O'Dowd, just go and play your shots. Don't get popped down at the crease from the start. That is why now the keeper, Asif Sheikh, is coming towards the stumps.
This is a big move. It's what Scott Edwards did to Michael Levitt when Michael Levitt was bowling. Casey quicker than Levitt, no doubt. And that's hammered away. Oh, what a shot this is from Michael Levitt. Again, pace on the ball. It seems to be the only way to try and score. And what a way for a 20-year-old to get off the mark. Remember, he's at 2 ducks and 3 innings to now. Smashes it for 6.
Yes, that was a length ball. Ball coming into the body of the right-hander. Picked it up very nicely down to mid-wicket for a 6. A good strike by Michael Levitt to get off the mark.
Now the slip comes out after just that one boundary, the one sign of aggression. This is the problem with low-scoring defences. You don't have many runs to work with as a captain. You don't get early wickets. Things can look very glum and grim, but this pitch will always keep you in the game. Slightly back of a length that time. Better. Surprised to see Sheikh up to the stumps?
Not surprised. I think that is a very good decision by Sheikh. And Michael Levitt repeating the dose what Karan Casey did to him in the first innings.
Again, as the foot comes out from Arif Sheikh. A few football skills on the field today. Who's providing the wickets today for Nepal? If the Dutch can keep Rajbanshi out, where are the breakthroughs coming from?
It can be either from Kushal Mullah, Dipinder Singh Aire, or even, you never know, Kushal Gurtel, who took 4 wickets against the same side earlier in this series.
Width on on offer, and well, KC fortunate to get away with that one. 5 dots and the big maximum that got levelled off the mark from the over. It's 14 for none.
DHI happier home today sahi.
डबल बच्चा पैक पाउनुहोस् डबल डाटा भ्यालिडिटी नसकिँदै गरेको हरेक खरिदमा मात्र रु 150 देखि सुरु हरेक निर्माणको धड्कन युनाइटेड सिमेन्ट्स फोकस दिस फ्युल अर्थात् फुड त्यो पनि टाइममा फर फुड मान्डु
Into his third, being economical so far. I suspect we're going to see O'Dowd try to attack him. There it is. You could feel it coming. You could really feel it coming, and that's an outstanding shot. He's assessed the conditions. He said we have to make hay whilst the sun shines in these first 10, and it's the second 6 in 2 overs.
He played it across the spin, hit it down to long on for a maximum. Almost getting to the VVIP area. Gave himself a bit of room to swing his bat. A very good connection by Max O'Dowd. Raj Bangshi got hit for a 6 in his first ball off his third over.
Just swift footwork, that's the key to that there. Rajbanshi didn't have time to adjust. I'm certain these two want to score a good weight of runs in these first 10 overs. Now a misfield, a fumble. Something don't expect from Dipendra Singh Ari of all people. Concedes a single.
Yes, we don't even see anything like that by Dipendra Singh Ari. It was straight to his hands, straight in, straight out, a misfield and a single taken.
Use the feet, this goes up into the sky. There's a man out at long off. It's over his head. Levitt didn't quite get there, but he got enough of it. It's an audacious stroke with long off out, and Anil Shah, well, there's nothing he could have done about that. It's another maximum, the Dutch on the charge.
Yeah, this was hit with the spin. There was a fielder at long off, Anil Shah, but it went over his head, jumping down in the boundary line, but it couldn't stop, so it went over his head. Not only over his head, but it was way over his head.
Really good assessment of the conditions from the Dutch here. They know this is the time to score. Now they're in complete cruise control. 27 for none in the 5th. Well, desperately need a wicket all of a sudden. Hard run rate won't be a factor in this game. It's all about the wickets. Good piece of fielding. Saves a single. That's better from the captain, the leader, Rohit Paudel. Follow my example, he says to his teammates.
13 runs already off this over. Again, the 6. Anil Shah, in the first instance, thought that he was there in the game, but slug swept it down to mid-wicket. 1 bounce over the fence. A very expensive over comes to an end. 5 gone. Netherlands 31 for no loss.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजो
Excuse me, sir. यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर कहाँ छ
यो बुलेट यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट जस्तै छ
Excuse me, sir. यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर कहाँ छ
यो बुलेट यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट जस्तै छ
Michael Levitt, slug swept it. 1 bounce over the fence.
What a find for the Dutch. This 20-year-old, very stocky, powerfully built youngster. As Kushal Malla will try to, I think, primarily contain for now. He's going at less than 3 runs per over in the series, just the 1 wicket. Paudel just indicating he wants to get through these first 10 so he can then have some aspect of control in the match. The early search for wickets is almost being given up, because now the runs are coming very regularly. Very concerning moments these for Nepal.
Yes, it is. They've only won 1 out of 3. Even Netherlands, they've won 1 out of 3. This is the final game of the series of ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2 here in Kathmandu. The first tri-series of this cycle.
He's not going to turn it a huge amount. Some in the crowd thought that was a return chance. A crowd catch, as it's called. It's thudded into the surface. Just need to find some control here, Nepal. It's into the pad, an appeal, but angling down. He has to get it to turn there, and he hasn't got it to turn enough.
Yes, he need that turn there, but the ball went with the arm into the right-hander.
This, for me, without doubt, is the best time to bat. It's just about 2 o'clock local time. The sun has been the strongest it's been in the entire series. It's baked down onto the pitch. Still not going to be easy late in this chase, but right now is your time to score runs with confidence. As we see a direct hit at the non-strikers and no appeal from Nepal.
Yes, Rohit Portal in that occasion hitting the stumps direct, but the batsman was inside the crease very safely.
Subscribe the channel, boys, girls.
First ball. Apart from that, 4 dot deliveries.
It's hammered away into the leg side. Brilliant batting. Great use of the crease from Levitt. 5 from Mala's first. It's 36 for none.
Master गर्नु एउटा चौको कसो मन लाग्यो बलिङमा subscribe the channel, please.
Dipendra Singh Airi is going to replace Lalit Rajbanshi from the pavilion end. The Tiger was very unlucky in the first innings to get a run out. The ball ricocheting off the bowler to the stumps. Starts off with a quicker delivery. Nicely played by Max O'Dowd down to long on.
Dutch starting to show their class, starting to show their pedigree. Remember, the only associate to go to the World Cup last year?
Yes, they've played 3 games before this. They've only won 1 and lost 2. But they've now shown their talent, their ability to come across to Nepal, to play away from home and to win matches.
They've only won 1 of the 3. They will no doubt, just like Namibia were from last year, be baying for revenge. That was the run out of Dipendra Singh Airi in the first innings. As delighted, literally had no idea. He thought he'd save 4 runs, he did. Also picked up a wicket to go alongside it. As Sharkey will be tested in the deep, but does well to keep that to what should just be 2.
Yes, nicely played into the gap by Michael Levitt. For a couple of runs. Levitt, a 20-year-old youngster, 2 ducks in the series thus far, has already made 22 of 23 in this innings. Quicker through the air again. Dipendra Singh Airi, very smart bowler, very clever. He uses the crease, uses variations, bowls quicker, bowls a bit slower through the air. Comes to bowl in different conditions, different situation.
He's a clever bowler, but right now, tight over or two isn't enough for Nepal. Slip now comes out of place. Just see Sharky's speed in the field to save 2 runs. It's now a ring field, stacked ring field on the offside. It's another good over for the Netherlands. 3 more from it. 39 for none.
जम्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा। We have become the Bank of the Year 2023. Today, your trust has become the reason for our success. So let us be the reason behind yours. Prabhu Bank, the reason for your success. 32 जडीबुटी युक्त कपाल झर्न नदिने नयाँ कपाल उमार्ने स्वीटिज जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर oil. Maxed out playing on 16 of 16, strike rate exactly 100, whereas 11, 22 of 26. A good start by Netherlands, chasing a mere total of 172.
Become very accustomed to watching Nepali cricket, and there being twists and turns, and the affectionate nickname, the Cardiac Kids. Is there twists and turns coming, or are the Netherlands just in complete control here, Paresh?
It looks like Netherlands are in complete control at the moment. After those attacking shots played by both the batsmen, they are very happy to take singles down the ground whenever possible, whenever there's a bad ball, or they make it a good shot by coming down the track. Again, onto the back foot, nicely played into the gap by Levitt for a boundary.
Too easy right now. Pound Saraf does the fielding, the 12th man in the deep with the bib on, but Levitt and O'Dowd are proving a class apart right now. What a find he's been for the Netherlands. 20 years of age, him, 20 years of age, to Arjan Dutt. Right now, the ball not turning a lot. Looks pretty good to bat out there all of a sudden. Down the track, long on, is up in the circle. So look at this. What a stroke. As good a shot as you'll ever see. Straight as an arrow and all the way for 6. And a handshake for a 50 partnership of the highest quality.
Levitt wants to end it up very quickly. Coming down the track, hitting it straight as an arrow towards the side screen, over the side screen, over the cameraman. A massive 6 by Levitt. It's too easy for these two batters. 50-run partnership in just 45 deliveries.
This game is only going one way, and going that one way very, very quickly unless something changes. Levitt has dominated this opening stand. They've taken on Mala, they've taken on Rajbanshi. It's been swift foot movement. We didn't see much of that from Nepal. They weren't willing to leave their crease too often. Now the equation looks ever so simple. 123 more. Hertel this time fumbles. Pinpoint, obviously losing the tosses in 3 of the games, not easy, but can you pinpoint where Nepal are being outplayed right now? They're being ruthlessly outplayed by the Dutch. Where's it going wrong?
Yeah, they had a very good opening stand, Nepal. 42 for no loss in 8 overs. After the first wicket went down, a soft dismissal of Hasif Sheikh. And Anil Shah, without moving his feet, was played on. Rohit Powell, the captain, playing a slop sweep with the wrong length.
This is helped into the leg side. There's acres of space out there. Far too slow for Mala and too easy for O'Dowd. This game's ending in a hurry. It's 55 for none.
Excuse me, sir. यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर कहाँ छ
ये बुलेट यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस् बुलेट जस्तै छ
tested and time for them to stand up. We're in all sorts of trouble thanks to an onslaught, a blitzkrieg from O'Dowd and Levitt. Played really impressively. Now Irie is spearing them in and Nepal in survival mode because this game is, well, it's in danger of only going one way. They always tend to expect a twist or a turn. With shots like this from Levitt, it's going to only go one way, and that's the way the men in orange. Shot of the day, all the way for 6.
Yes, the ball angling away from the right hand, and Dipender Singh Aire coming round the wicket. Hit it very, very straight towards long off for a maximum. Levitt dealing in boundaries and sixes at the moment. The ball almost climbed up the stairs.
Yeah, that's up towards our commentary position here. Danger of ending this series with a whimper, Nepal, and being stranded with just 2 points from their 4 games, just the 1 win. There are a couple actually saying, I can't see a way back for Nepal right now. Very surprising as early as the 9th over. Bowls him. And now there's a roar. Can they find a way back in? Maybe those fans need to do a U-turn. Not the greatest delivery. It's skidded on. It's kept low. And Levitt has hacked it onto his stumps.
Yes, not a pretty shot for Levitt. The ball stayed low. It was spared in by Dipender Singh Aire. Ball angling away from the right-hander. I don't think that shot was needed. And look at Max O'Dowd, very disappointed at the non-strikers end to see his partner bowled like that. Levitt gone for a very good knock. Netherlands 61 for 1.
Happier home. Today sahi.
जम्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा। तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
नेपालले बललाई 1 विकेट लिएको छ, जुन चाहिँ दिपेन्द्र सिंह आइरीले लिएको। के लाग्छ तपाईँलाई नेपालले जित्ला?
Find the back of O'Dowd, get 2 new men to the crease, and bring these people, 12 persons of Nepal, bring them into the game somehow. Netherlands in complete control despite the loss of Levitt. That was a pretty ambitious stroke from just your second ball on the tour. Does keep it out though. 9 have been bowled, 61 for 1.
Namaskar. Mom, Miss Nepal, Ramis DHI, Sri Chapradhan, wishing you all a happier home.
डबल मज्जा प्याक पाउनुहोस् डबल डाटा भ्यालिडिटी नसकिँदै गरेको हरेक खरिदमा मात्र रु 150 देखि सुरु। स्वादले बाँधेको सनफ्लावर ओइल मायाले बाँधेको स्वाद।
For Nepal to show their resilience, their character, their fight, their natural grit and determination. They're not dead and buried in this game, but a couple of moments ago it felt pretty close to it. Irie's given them something, given them the first breakthrough. Go back to their premier spinner now to try find the second with a change of ends. He starts with one that really should have been dispatched for 4, but it kept very low with a good diving stop. I think it's Anil Saad mid-on, saves 3 runs.
Yes, good stop by Anil Shah, diving to his right. It was a very half tracker. It stayed low, but nicely played by Max O'Dowd. A very good stop by Anil Shah. Surely saved 3 runs for his team. Vikramjit Singh is going to face Lalit Rajbanshi for the first time in this series. He's played this game for the first time.
Singh cannot afford to be expansive with his drives. He's a flamboyant player, he's beautiful to watch, so good to the eye. It's very different from the surfaces he'll have been playing on recently, even down at the World Cup in October, November. Has to be aware the one that could turn back into him, cut him in half, but he does get off the mark. Pleased with that. Did hear a few whispers that Shariz Ahmed might have actually missed out due to a little bit of illness. Haven't seen him at the ground today, so that's why Vikramjit Singh has got his chance. Still only one left-hander in the Dutch 11 though. All of a sudden, as we get towards the end of the first power play, now some are starting to grip, starting to keep a little bit lower.
Yeah, we saw from the first over that Lalit bowled, and from the second over that Karan Casey bowled the variable bounce on the track. Nicely bowled by Lalit. He's getting to his groove. He was taken apart by the Namibian batsman in the game against Namibia, the third one that Nepal played.
Crowd are desperate for something to cheer, aren't they? Won't get it yet, but a good comeback over from Rajbanshi, just 2 from it. Gets us to the end of the power play. Dutch well in front, 63 for 1.
Dish Home Fiber Net भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ म जस्तै
Dish Home Fiber Net.
टिकिरहने क्वालिटी लिकेज प्रुफको ग्यारेन्टी थाहा नभएको कुरामा पो सोध्ने नि प्लम्बर पाइप्स र फिटिङको कुरामा त आँखा चिम्लेर रोज्ने नि किनकि प्लम्बर पाइप्स र फिटिङ टिकिरहन्छ चलिरहन्छ
To go for Paresh Lahani. Paresh is going to take a bit of a break, and delighted to welcome the Dutchman, associate cricket writer Bertus de Jong, to come and join me. Bertus, Dutch should be pleased with their position right now.
Afternoon, Lenny, and namaste, everyone. Well, yeah, we were talking off air about where the Dutch would want to be. We said 60 odd in the power play, 60 odd they've got, and just the 1 wicket lost.
Definitely the easiest part of the day to bat. Those 10 overs there, only 2 allowed out. Ground staff had done some work tidying up what, as you can visibly see, were some rough patches outside the off stumps of the left-hander at both ends. It's going to be a challenge, isn't it, for Vikramjit Singh, called into action his first appearance of the tour. Very talented young cricketer.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, he's just missed probably the 10 best overs to bat of the Dutch innings.
It's driven very expansively and very elegantly for what should be a couple. I know Levitt has been dismissed, but he must have been impressed with the way in which he took the game to Nepal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, I mean, just what the doctor ordered, really. We've seen how these decks have played, and the fact that Nepal did manage to bat their 50, even if they didn't get a lot for it, well, it's taken some of the best batting time out of the game.
They ever so nearly batted their 50, didn't they? Just a few balls shy because of those late dismissals in the 49th and 50th of Arif Sheikh and the last man to go, Karen KC. Monty Desai certainly getting plenty of steps in and winning a few hearts and minds. That's the little arm ball from Irie. Max O'Dowd will now shift to play the anchor role.
Yeah, you think so? It's not necessarily Vikram's sort of cricket here. Still a job to do at 65 for 1.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी ब्रेकको असली नै रोजो
Namaskar, Mom, Miss Nepal, Ramis DHI, Sricha Pradhan, wishing you all a happier home.
छुट्टै छ है
जब्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा
32 जडीबुटीयुक्त कपाल झर्न नदिने नयाँ कपाल बार्ने श्रीकेश जडीबुटी आयुर्वेदिक हेयर oil.
Sixth and final ODI here, the start of ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2. Delighted to have Bertus de Jong join me as Deepinder Singh Iree feels in a flash. Certainly Namibia will be the happiest of the three teams, Bertus, with their 3 wins from 4 appearances. Back live with you now. And it might be a ludicrous question I'm about to ask you, but does this feel almost a bit must-win for both sides this early in the series? Feels momentum shifting at least.
Yeah, I think that's fair. A lot of T20s to come after this, of course, still. So plenty of time for redemption, but no more time for League 2 points.
Gets a good piece of this, Max O'Dowd, and all Bim Sharkey can do is watch it over his shoulder. Don't think it's quite out of the middle, but one that was tossed up teasingly by Raj Banshi. O'Dowd takes the invitation, and the toe of the bat's good enough to get 6.
Oh yeah, well, he's thrown everything at that, hasn't it? And it's more than enough in the end. He doesn't look like a man intent on playing an anchor role here today, does he?
Definitely felt the lower half very close to the toe of the bat. He's done really well to muscle it over the rope, take on the man at long on. Points. Nepal may be just guilty of bowling a little too slowly. I know it's tempting to bowl slowly with the assistance that the pitch has, but if you look at the pace that... Is that the second wicket? Yes it is, 6 and out. Raj Banshi strikes back. Nepal have more life, they have more hope.
Well, a desperately needed wicket, really, and it's come more or less at the time the ball would have wanted it. We did think it was only going to get harder after the first 10 overs here. Well, no doubt he's made hay while the sun has shone. And he's going to have to walk back after that. What a peach.
Yeah, a thick outside edge and a good piece of glove work from Asif Sheikh. He's looked down at that bat, which I think has caused a bit of damage after the 6 that he just hit. O'Dowd, he's gone for 28. It's 71 for 2.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी Red Bull असली नै रोजौं
DHI Happier Home today sa hai.
So Brand Engelbrecht to come in at number 4 instead of his number 3 position where he's batted all throughout this series. Doesn't have the weight of runs yet in the 3 ODIs before today, but he has batted nicely as we get another look, which will probably show us the edge. Yeah, it's an excellent catch, isn't it? Poor Asif, who's been, well, impeccable throughout the series, had the finger up at a flash, slip into place now for Engelbrecht. So all of a sudden, things starting to happen. 12 bowled, 71 for 2.
KFC chicken roll on a budget but craving satisfied.
DHI Happier Home today sa hai.
Just something for Nepal to work with. Netherlands still huge favourites, just 102 more required. The fact that they've got both openers back in the hutch, and really it's 2 new men at the crease, will give Nepal life. Started nicely. Vikramjit Singh was just talking about Engelbrecht Bertus. The end of that over. The runs haven't shown it, but he's looked quite good at number 3.
It's maybe a tad higher than the Dutch would conventionally be batting him, but he's looked composed, he's looked busy. Looks like he knows what he's about. But yeah, it hasn't been his series yet.
to be long consultation between Powdell and Irie, just working out the game plan to Engelbrecht. Tossed up and driven very pleasingly. Maybe not in complete control, but will get off the mark with a couple as Bim Sharkey does well. Engelbrecht, another one from that triumphant Vorberg CC side in the top class.
Yeah, that's right. Brought over to work for Cobus Nell, business capacity. But obviously very handy cricketer, as we all know. And he's taken over the captaincy of that Vorberg side now. And led them to their first championship in, well, some considerable time to get that check for you.
He sent me a scorecard during the first innings. Didn't quite get a chance to run through it, but you were telling me about the depth of that Vorberg side. That maybe an argument at points last season during the top class that Vorberg had as strong a side as maybe a Dutch national team.
That's probably more than fair, and as we said, that's 2023, the championship side was actually much diminished from the side they were putting out in 2022, which fell just short, but really some extraordinary names. Engelbrecht himself, of course, former South Africa under-19, and then VCC's own Musa Ahmad, of course. Buster Leder was playing there too before he moved over to Durham.
Is that Janneman Milan, the South African international, there too? Well, real depth in the top class gets us to the end of the 13th. 74 for 2.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
जब्सबाट बच्छ अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा।
Excuse me, sir. यो तातो बुलेट त सुन्या हो तर काँचो
बुलेट यहाँ खान्छस् कि जेलमा गएर खान्छस्? बुलेट जस्तै छ।
Rajbanchi's bowled 5 of them already. We saw Scott Edwards try to really hold back some overs of his premier spinners, Arjan Dutt and Roelof van der Merwe, who are both exceptional, I thought. But it seems like Powdell recognises that if he doesn't get wickets from Rajbanchi quickly, this game could drift away from them very quickly. It was a topsy-turvy first innings, wasn't it? Nepal started so brightly and then the breaks were applied.
Yeah, well, we said it the same. If you let them bat 50 overs, there's a good chance you'll lose.
Half an appeal. The last two fielders you want to take on in this team are Dipender Singh Aree or Rohit Powdell, who does the fielding there. Singh was a bit slow on the turn too.
Yeah, half an appeal on the field. I think a full appeal from the crowd. But he's taking his time getting back for that.
Throw was right on target. That could have been interesting. Run out would spark this crowd into life. Saw one in the first game between these two teams. Max O'Dowd it was. It's good use of the crease. It's positive cricket. But 170, 20, 30 under par maybe. So maybe a defend 203.
Yeah, I think if Nepal had got anything like 200 on the board, the Dutch would really be feeling the pressure now, even with that bright start in the power play. Just that, as you say, you have lampshaded that. Powdell's gone straight to his frontline bowlers at the start of this innings. Edwards was quite happy to turn to some part-timers early, almost as if they were planning to bowl 50 overs. And on these days,